Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Today we are reviewing the 27 degrees in this amazing soul retrieval series. Today the sun is at 27 degrees of Scorpio. And so this is our final round, the Trinity level, right? The third level, the third decan of nine. 2 plus 7 becoming the 9. And it's an amazing energetic of change and trusting change. Also, from the Mayan cosmology, the number 9 is greater cycles, right? And so there's this expansion, starting to feel more amazing opportunities or ideas or visions of what is possible, and receiving insight or downloads as to how to implement these changes. It's very important to know that this energy is not a cerebral energy or a linear or mental thinking your way through energy, but through the heart of feeling your way through. And so it's so powerful with everything that we have done every single day through this series, right? This is a full solar cycle, about 28 and a half days. So we're almost done. We only have a few days left. And now this 9 is showing us, okay, where is the call? Where is the pull? Right? And starting to really use the magnetics, feeling our way through what feels like a yes, what feels like a no, what feels like a I'm not sure, let me return back to that later. I'm going to circle back to that later, right? And so we're utilizing all of the deep work that we have done throughout this series to now be able to trust our heart's information, the heart magnetics, right? The energy of emotion and frequency, vibration, starting to trust our bodies and that kind of telepathic connection that the body has on an energetic level to everything. So, this is really going into more of a primal and ancient wisdom that is a part of our divine nature. And when we do all this clearing of the subconscious and the emotional realm, we're able to hear more clearly and feel our way with more strength and more faith and trust in ourselves and this divine clarity, right? It's important to know that you're not going to get the entire plan necessarily downloaded to you at once. You're going to get pieces and parts. And this is the new way or the quantum way of navigating our realities through feeling and receiving one action step at a time that is divinely aligned at the highest level with your intention, right? With your dream, with your mission or goal. And that intention, dream, mission, or goal in itself also has to be aligned with your higher self. So it all has to be coming from your pure at oneness, your soul and heart frequency of being, your pure, authentic, true self, right? Not egoic pursuits or any of the egoic validation. And it's amazing because today we have the sun at 27 degrees. So you have that opportunity to feel where the sun is, and the sun in the cosmos is the macroscopic version of our microscopic identity or soul, right? The sunlight, that sun, that shining, that soul, that SOL is also our soul, SOUL. And so it's in the depths of this self understanding and self mastery, alchemy, pure power. So that's the sun at 27 degrees in that numerical frequency, which is an octave of the 9. But then Pluto today is moving into Aquarius at 0 degrees. And so then we have this opportunity with Pluto energy, which is connecting in at a soul level of your own transpersonal nature. So we have the individual soul, and then we have the kind of universal soul consciousness aspect of ourself, right? So there's layers upon layers of soul, identity, frames of reference for navigating our reality experience on a consciousness level. And Pluto is our atomic power. So if you imagine this light core that we are, right, kind of take away the vision of the human body, the human form, and imagine a massive light core. Some call it the tube torus, right? There are many words for this. The Shushumna channel, the main channel that all of the other energetic systems are interweaving around, the chakra systems and the nadis. But essentially, there's this massive atomic core that is of our soul, and that is the energetic divinity, the pure nuclear atomic potential. So this is where a whole higher level of our personal magnetism comes in, our ability to attract, right? To match the frequency of that which we are intending or dreaming or the next goal, right? The gap between where we are and where we want to be, where we have been shown, right? So it's fascinating to compare these experiences of different aspects of our being in different places. And if you wanted to go really wild and out there, you could start to explore your chart and see all of the pieces where everything is, all of your personal planets. But to keep it simple right now, we're just going to focus on the sun because this is a solar journey that we're doing to clear the subconscious. And Pluto rules the subconscious energy. And that's why this has been the Pluto portal of soul retrieval throughout this journey in Scorpio, because the sign of Scorpio is ruled by the planets Pluto and Mars, right? And so Mars is the action and the life force energy that is animating the body. And it's also our sacred masculine connection. So it's quite phenomenal to be in this place in history right now as we are literally bridging paradigms in our moments. And amazing to bring in this Scorpio energy of the 27 degrees today of our journey through the subconscious of that number 9, which is also the humanitarian, right? And so it's all about the changes. Where are we observing changes that need to be made, closures, endings, and simultaneously new beginnings? Who is this clarified identity, right, of soul self, the I am? And so you remove a lot of the personality or most of the personality with this concept because we're looking at ourselves as the most pure and simplified, clarified essence of being at soul light, right? I am that I am, right? And then there are some subtle nuances to each person, each soul of their divine mission and their expressions of their divinity, right? And that's where Pluto comes in. So our soul shining its light, working with Pluto, and Pluto traveling out of one paradigm and into the next, which is all about self authority and the self leadership. So this number 9, the Aquarian energy, is also a similar energy of the humanitarian efforts and forward thinking, right? Futuristic thinking, progressive, holistic thinking, what is in divine service, and bringing in the divine harmonics is how we maintain that boundary to ensure that we are functioning and kind of building everything from a foundation of integrity, right? Considering all aspects. And so you want to take time to allow the pieces to come forth in your vision. And it's really about taking action now from this higher aligned self, this identity that has been simplified and stripped away of a lot of the false identity. We've gone through many different ego deaths in this phase of this journey with Scorpio. So it's just a beautiful day, yet another deep day to take into consideration and to give appreciation and thanks for all of the beautiful shifts, all of the hard work, right? And allow Pluto to show us now to bring in more rewards, to bring in the magnetics to assist us to attract the aligned at soul level people, right? The collaborators, the resources, the communities, the visions, all of it, right? To go into this next chapter. So it's absolutely beautiful. And at the same time, there is great responsibility with this amount of atomic soul power. This amount of light must be exercised with great awareness. We would say caution, but really what we mean with that is deliberate presence, right? So taking a beat, not acting impulsively, but really following through, feeling your way through everything, right? Using your higher self consciousness as the barometer of, is this aligned? Is this appropriate? How do I use this resource? And so on, right? And so we're always working in partnership with our divine aspect in every decision and every action that we take in order to build one step at a time all of the new reality that we are creating, right? We're co-constructing it, right? Collaborating, co-creating with our universe as our divine aspect. So enjoy these beautiful frequencies of 27, of 9, of mastery, of greater change, of infinite cycles, of beginnings and endings, and see where the day takes you and see if you're inspired to expand and take some action, kind of putting your money where your mouth is, right? Or taking action, walking your talk to do something that is aligned with your goals, right? So, what I have done as a personal initiation is to expand the podcast now beyond just YouTube to podcast formats. And that's something that I've had in the back of my mind for years, that my universe has said, you've got to expand your audience and put your work out there in front of more people, and had to work through a lot, being ready to be seen and go out on other platforms. And so that was an action step that I did. I signed up for RSS Stream and started getting the podcast distributed on multiple platforms, right? So I'm taking action on my intention as I am shown what to do. And it's important to note that each action step that you are shown perhaps will bring up more programming, right? Fear, hesitation, doubt. The smaller self will come and say, I don't want to do that. That's scary, right? And so that's where you allow the divine aspect, the higher self aspect, to take the lead. So we listen and we honor the ego and the small self and the fearful self's programming, but we don't act from that, right? We just say, yeah, thank you for showing me that, but that's not the truth. That's not real. That's coming from trauma. That's not real. However you work through and speak with yourself, speak out the emotions as well as they arise, give them a name, very important, and then allow it to just dissolve and move on and take action, follow through, right? And as you continue to follow through, you're building greater trust with yourself and your universe and your divinity, and your magnetics increase. And so it's kind of like depositing, in the karmic piggy bank by doing these divinely led actions and taking the risks and doing what scares you, or I should say, what scares your ego aspect, and also thrills your heart and your higher self aspect, because you're opening up greater pockets of atomic energy of potential by stepping forward. So thank you so much for joining me today. Wishing you an amazing experience with this. Wishing you an awesome 0 degrees Pluto in Aquarius portal. We'll have more on that to really embrace that energetic. And it's about self-authority now, self-governance. You are the leader in your reality. So ensure that you take that responsibility, you respect it, you come from integrity, and you continue to move forward. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Namaste.
Hey everyone, we are going to interrupt this broadcast for a quick little infomercial to share with you several opportunities that we have to go really deep with the information that we are presenting. And we are going to be spending the next 30 days from the 0.0 all the way to the 29th mastery degree of this solar journey with Scorpio and Pluto, diving deep into our subconscious and really starting to access hidden realms of pure power. And we have this opportunity, Awakening the Sleeping Phoenix, if you are really wanting to go even more deeply with applying this information. Here we have the opportunity for you to access pure, untapped nuclear soul power through what we're calling a form of an energetic detox and a massive subconscious cleanup. We have a couple options here to meet you where you are. So if you're on more of a budget right now, we are offering a self-guided soul tour experience where you can actually download this ebook that I've created, Anchoring Your True North. And this is a star map, a manual for your own self-discovery to support your own awakening process, to connect more with your divine purpose. And I'm sharing here 5 of my favorite systems that I have been using in my own awakening journey that have really taken me to new levels, so new depths and new heights of self-seeing. So this is a wonderful and comprehensive introduction to 5 different mystery school chart systems based on your birth chart, your soul incarnation codes. And it's all self-guided. So I share with you in depth how to pull all of these charts so that you can do a self-guided version if you like. So all you have to do is go log in and create a learner account at the Mystery School site. Details are in the description box below. Click on the True North Compass Guide, and here's some lovely information. You'll start to see how in depth I go with my work. The value that I want to bring is really share a lot of information to support you at these times of transformation. So you can see some of the details here, and to just click and basically get this course added to your dashboard. Then if you want to go deeper, we're offering a mastery class, the Phoenix Rising, Pluto and your cosmic soul keys. And this is a deep dive. If you've ever done any mastery empowerment classes with me, or if you're new to my work, I take you really deep. There's a lot of information in here. We cover so much, and you'll see more when we actually look at the landing page for this course. But this actually includes, for your investment, the full video mastery course, an ebook to go along with it to apply even more deeply what we're covering and explore, and a session with me. For less than the price of one session, you are getting this whole master course and a session with me to review and more deeply anchor in all that we are discovering, all that you are seeing. So I'm here to serve as a sacred mirror for you in this process. When you go to the landing page, you're going to start to really get an idea of how comprehensive this class is. So I'm sharing a little bit about how astrology came to me and my journey, going over the benefits of this class, which some of the most important things to note is this is about embodying your Phoenix rising key codes and really taking our power back from stories, fears, anxieties, and so on, and an in-depth exploration of your gifts and talents, professions, and also reviewing what you mastered in past lives and what you came here to master for this cycle. And that's just one aspect of the class. We cover a lot. So you can go to the landing page to see even more. These are the systems that I discovered over time, digging more and more and more deep to be able to recognize myself and to trust my service mission and so many aspects of this. And once you purchase this course, I will get notified and I will reach out to you to schedule your session. So thank you so much for checking all of this out, for joining me for this little commercial, and welcome to the Mystery School too. It's fun to share that with you, and we'll get back to the program now.